guys? This is another Bird Hands broadcast. Zachary Bird Hands here to talk to you about what happened this past week in college basketball. Who in the top 25 lost? Who's out of the top 25? Who's in the top 25? It all started in the new year, January 1st, 2018. West Virginia took on Kansas State in a close matchup, 77-69 West Virginia. Tennessee was upset by Auburn 94-84. They dropped out of the top 25. Xavier beat Butler 86-79. TCU beat Baylor 81-78 in overtime. Mississippi State upset Arkansas 78-75. Texas A&M lost to Florida 83-66. And Kansas was upset by Texas Tech 85-73. On Wednesday, January 3rd, Florida State upset Carolina 81-80. Clemson beat Boston College 74-70. Purdue beat Rutgers 82-51. Kentucky beat LSU 74-71 in a close matchup. Georgia Tech upset Miami 64-54. And Virginia beat Virginia Tech 78-52. January 4th, Wichita State beat Houston 81-63. Michigan State held their number one, beat Maryland 91-61. Colorado upset Arizona State 90-81 in overtime. Cincinnati beat Temple 55-53, Arizona beat Utah 94-82, and Gonzaga beat Pepperdine 89-59. Saturday was a great day for the underdogs though. Saturday, January 6th, Virginia beat Carolina 61-49, Clemson beat Louisville 74-69 in overtime, Providence upset number 5 Xavier 81-72. Colorado beat Arizona 80-77, another upset. Purdue beat Nebraska 74-62. LSU beat Texas A&M 69-68. Texas A&M is just not having a good year this year. I know they've had injuries, but they went from being one of the last undefeated teams to losing 4 games. Seton Hall beat Butler 90-87. Texas Tech beat Kansas State 74-58. Auburn upset Arkansas 88-77. West Virginia beat Oklahoma 6-7 game there 89-76. The big upset was NC State beating Duke 96-85. Villanova beat Marquette 100-90. Tennessee upset Kentucky in SEC matchup 76-65. Kansas beat TCU 88-84 and Gonzaga beat Loyola Mary 85-66. And then Sunday, January 7th, Wichita State beat USF 95-57. Miami beat Florida State 80-74. Cincinnati beat SMU 76-56. And Arizona State beat Utah 80-77. And then number 1 Michigan State was upset by Ohio State 80-64. And that is all for the College Basketball Weekly Update. Let's see what happens next week. We'll be back with the NFL Wildcard results. Who won, who lost, who's going to division round, and who went home.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading.
Welcome back to the Bird Hands broadcast. It's your boy Zebras here, talking about the NFL Wild Card. And I'm going to show you real quick right here who I had winning their games in the NFL Wild Card. Sadly, I only went 2 for 4. I did not expect Travis Kelce to basically die out there, which let the Titans beat them 22-21. I also did not expect the Rams to lose to the Falcons. As you can see, I predicted the Rams to win the Super Bowl, and they lost 26-13. I did get Sunday right though. Sunday saved me. I had the Jaguars beating the Bills, and they did 10-3. Then the Saints beat the Panthers 31-26. What does this mean for the divisional round? This means the Titans are taking on the Patriots on January 13th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This means it's going to be a bird fight. The Atlanta Falcons are taking on the Philadelphia Eagles January 13th at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Sunday, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, in my opinion, the best game of the week It's going to be the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings squaring off 4:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, January 14th. Those are the games. I'll be back here with my predictions. See you then. Welcome back to the Bird Hands broadcast. I am here in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and I'm going to make some bold predictions. I predict that the Atlanta Falcons upset in 1 seed Philadelphia Eagles January 13th at 4:35 p.m. The Falcons are going to beat the Eagles 26-21. The New England Patriots are going to beat the Tennessee Titans at 8:15 January 13th, 35-17. And then the Sunday games, I will have the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 1:05 p.m. I have a score 20-14. And then I'm going to have the New Orleans Saints upset the Minnesota Vikings 35-32 at 4:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 14th. Those are my picks, which will mean the New Orleans Saints will take on the Atlanta Falcons in the NFC Conference game, which is another NFC South matchup to see who's going to the Super Bowl. And in the AFC side, you can tell I've changed my AFC Conference Championship game. I had it before the New England Patriots versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the way the Jaguars played last week, I'm going to have it as the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in the conference championship game. And the winner of that will be in Super Bowl 52. That is all with the NFL predictions. I'll be back to talk about the college football championship. See you then. Going on, Z-Bursters? It's your boy Z-Burst here at the College Football Championship. The College Football Championship featured 2 SEC teams, Alabama and Georgia. There's been a lot of skepticism about Alabama even being in the playoffs. Should they have been in? Should they have been out? And they definitely proved themselves to be in the championship this year. The score was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, but the Georgia Bulldogs struck first with a 41-yard field goal by Rodrigo Blankenship. And then 7 minutes later, Rodrigo Blankenship nailed a 27-yard field goal, making it 6-0. And to end the half, Hardman made a 1-yard touchdown run, sealing Georgia 13-0 halftime. Alabama did indeed strike first in the second half, though, when Henry Ruggs III had a 6-yard touchdown pass from Alabama backup Tagovailoa. And then that made the score 13-7. Just for the Georgia Bulldogs to fire back with an 80-yard dot from Jake Fromm to McCole Hardman, making the score 20-7. The third quarter ended with a 43-yard field goal by Alabama, making the score 20-10. The fourth quarter is where it got interesting because Alabama made a 30-yard field goal, making it 20-13 with 9:24 left in the fourth. And then with 3:49 left in the game, Alabama scored a 7-yard touchdown pass from Tagovailoa to Calvin Ridley. I never thought this game was going to overtime. Alabama has nothing to do with overtime. They decided to run the clock out and then kick a simple 28-yard field goal to seal the win, but it was shanked. He missed the field goal, and this game went into overtime. Georgia had the ball first in overtime, and their kicker made a 51-yard field goal after their offense imploded, just for Alabama to come on the field and have a 41-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Smith to seal Alabama as your college football champions of 2018. That is all for college football. I will be back to make predictions for this week in college basketball, so don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a bit. What is going on?
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love,
is going on, Z-Bursters? It's your boy Z-Burst here with the Burhands broadcast with college basketball Tuesday, January 9th through Sunday, January 14th. And to start it off, you will have the top 25 teams only. Just to let you know, it's the top 25 only. No conferences, no special teams, just the top 25 predictions. It's Kentucky versus Texas A&M. I have Kentucky winning this game 95-70. The next game is Baylor versus West Virginia, and I have West Virginia winning 72-56. Oklahoma versus Texas Tech. It's going to be a very close game. It's 8 seed Texas Tech versus 9 seed Oklahoma, and I think Texas Tech is going to squeeze through Oklahoma and win this game like 80-74. The next game is Boston College versus 20-ranked UNC, and I'm going to have Carolina ending their 2-game skid and beat Boston College 100-91. 3-ranked Virginia is going to beat Syracuse 60-50. Butler will upset Creighton 88-65. And then Purdue will beat Michigan 78-72. And number 5 Purdue will win that game. Pittsburgh is going to upset Duke Wednesday, January 10th, 88-83. Michigan State's going to come back from their loss and just destroy Rutgers 100-48. Villanova's going to beat Xavier in another top 25 matchup, 1 versus 10. Villanova being 1, Xavier being 10. Villanova is going to win that game 88-72. Louisville's going to upset Florida State, who is 23, 88-78. TCU will beat Texas 92-90 in a very close game. Then Thursday, NC State's going to continue to deliver upsets and will upset Clemson 81-76. Clemson is ranked 19th. Gonzaga at number 15 will beat Portland 84-74. Wichita State, who is number 5, will beat ECU 74-60. Arizona, 17th ranked, will beat Oregon State 70-48 in a very low scoring game. 11-ranked Arizona State will be upset by Oregon 93-82. Then the Saturday games, UNC 20th ranked will beat Notre Dame 85-80. Wake Forest will upset Duke 94-84. Michigan State will beat Michigan 80-75. Purdue will beat Minnesota 74-60. 13th ranked Seton Hall will beat Georgetown 58-72. And then 12th ranked Kansas will beat Kansas State 95-90. And to end the week off, Virginia is going to end NC State's run when they beat them 60-52. That is all for college basketball. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like